Hello everyone, my name is Michaela and today we are going to be decorating more houses in Happy Home Paradise. I really liked doing this the first time around and I figured I'd make another video about it. The other video I did will be linked in the description, also I'll put a card up in the corner. But yeah, other than that, let's just get right into it. So starting off, I did not take a look at what villagers were already on the beach, and I am really excited because I saw Sylvia and I remember her. She was in my New Leaf town and I loved her so much, so I'm really excited to decorate a vacation home for her. So getting right into it, she really wants a family-friendly pool and I think this idea was really cool. I'm really excited to make an outdoor and indoor area for a pool. So the location I decided to choose was kind of completely random. I chose this area right here. I don't know why I wanted to pick it. I think because I didn't decorate any houses on it before, so I wanted to, give it a go. And we of course made this a one-level house because I am not that good at decorating, so I figured one level is good enough. And here we are at the vacation home. I really like how there are waterfalls everywhere, kind of to emphasize like the water pool aspect of it. So now I'm starting off with the speed build. I tend to decorate villagers' houses the way that they look, so I gave her a purple roof and yellow siding and a yellow door. I really liked how cute these little pools were, so I added a couple of them. I think I end up getting rid of one of them, and right now I'm just placing down a whole bunch of items that I see and that I like and that I want to use. I tend to do this at the start of my speed builds because it gives me kind of an idea of how many items I want and how I can place everything together. So as you'll see here now, all the items that I placed down, I am customizing and kind of moving around where I want them to go. And I'm looking for more items that I'd like to place down. And right here I added some more stone path to put down, and then I am going to add some bushes, and then up top I add a whole bunch of glowing moss because that's really all that I could kind of place down there. And here is what the exterior of Sylvia's house looks like. I really like it. I love how colorful and fun it looks. I normally don't do a whole bunch of colorful kind of designs, but I really like this one. Now moving on to the interior. So right now I'm just choosing the wallpaper and flooring. I'm not sure exactly how I wanted the layout to look, so it kind of took me a minute to decide where I wanted to put everything. I'm placing down a couple of items now. I made a little changing area that you can change in and out of your bathing suit. I made this room pretty small. I didn't want to have too many items. I end up changing it to be a little bit bigger, but in my opinion, it's still pretty small. So then in this corner, I add some lounge chairs so you can sit and relax. And then over here, I decided to put a cafe table and some benches for if people want to sit and eat in between swimming. And now I decided to add a couple of plants to kind of make it look more full in here and kind of relaxing. Then I add a couple of food items on the table there for people to eat. On the walls now, I add some decorations like an air conditioner, a fan, a bulletin board, and some towels. I also add these really cute pendants on the top of the walls. And here is what the final design looks like. I really like this. It was super cute. It was such a cool concept to do, and I really hope that Sylvia likes how it turned out. And then when I said bye to Sylvia and headed back to the office, Lottie told me she wasn't feeling too well, so Nico is now taking over. And then Tammy decides to barge in and demand that we design a vacation home for her, so I guess I couldn't say no to Tammy. So I guess we're forced to decorate a vacation home for her. Now, when I looked back at this footage and saw that she wanted a pasta paradise, I took liberty into my own hands and actually made her vacation home more like a Zen kind of traditional Chinese/Japanese food. So she gets what she gets, and I think I did a really good job with the build, so. Again, I'm just going with a one-level home because it is easier for me to do. So jumping right into it, I really was inspired to make a Zen kind of style Japanese restaurant because of this building alone. I really like how I decorated it. It looks really cool and traditional. And then I just do my normal, placing a whole bunch of trees and bamboo down, and then I add some bushes. Then I add some of this fencing. I think this really ties everything together, makes it look really nice. And then I decided I wanted to add a outdoor seating area. It took me a little bit to decide on what furniture I wanted. I wasn't really sure what I was going for. All of the furniture wasn't really matching with the aesthetic that I had in mind, but I eventually found some tables. And here's what the exterior looks like. It's very simple like I always do, but it's just enough. I really like how it turned out. I'm really happy with it. Now moving on to the interior. I do a lot of messing around with the beginning of this build because I wasn't too sure how I wanted everything set up. So some of the stuff I will change around eventually, but the chairs and tables actually do end up staying where they are. And then same with the partition and kitchen area. So yeah, as you'll see here, I am trying different flooring and wallpaper. I really wasn't sure what flooring and wallpaper I wanted to choose, but once I chose these right here, I fell in love. I loved how the wallpaper looked. It's so pretty. And now I'm working on the kitchen, and then I saw plants, so of course I had to place a whole bunch of those down. I always do. And then I thought it would be a really cool idea to add some of the pillars and countertops because I don't really use those too often in a build. So again, I'm working on the kitchen, putting clutter down and items that I really liked. I love the way that this kitchen turned out. I like how the whole right side of the building is like the kitchen / back room area. I really didn't like how these tables looked. I was really trying to find something better that I would like, but I ended up just settling on all of the square tables. And right here, I am just finding a ton of items to place down. I really liked how these pots looked in the background. They look super cool, and I feel like they would be in a Chinese / Japanese restaurant. Same with that beautiful golden cat. I think that really ties everything together, being right at the beginning of the restaurant. And here I'm placing all the food and drink items and then also some decorations on the table to make it look like it's been dined in and people are sitting down and eating. I really had no idea what I wanted to put in between those plants, but I do end up placing a gong and I think that looks pretty cool. And right now I'm placing a whole bunch of wall decorations. I love this wooden plank sign and also the fishing boat flags. And lastly, I put an exit sign above the door and a security camera and also a really cool looking fish on the wall. So here is the final build. I am very happy with how this turned out. I'm always happy with how my builds end up turning out. It was really cool doing something different. I really like the idea of making restaurants in this game. And yeah, that is it for Tammy's build. So as I came back in the office, I saw that Lottie was back and she was feeling a lot better, and that's great because I don't think Nico would have been able to handle another day doing Lottie's job. So anyway, cutting out the rest of that dialogue, I went back onto the beach and I saw this beautiful angel, Gail. I love her so much. She is so adorable. I love her aesthetic, everything pink. So I decided to make a custom house for her that is all pink. So sitting down and deciding where I want her vacation home to be, of course I had to choose the cherry blossom area. I love how these trees are pink, it's so cute, and of course it's her aesthetic. So getting right into it, of course, I start out with her home, and you guessed it, it's pink. I made it pink. I don't know what else you were expecting, but everything is going to either be pink or white. So I really wanted a fence around the edge because I like the idea of having a fence, especially because it is so high up. At first I choose this pink fence, but then I realized that is way too bright and I want more of a pastel. So I end up choosing this one then. And I love the idea of her having like a topiary garden. I think I'm saying that right. Topiary. I feel like she would be the kind of girl to have a garden outside of her house, so I had to add it. And right here, it really annoyed me how I couldn't evenly place down the plants on the back of the house. So I'm just going to act like that never exists, or it will drive me crazy. Now I'm working on the pathing. I forgot to say I also added this pool because, of course, she would also have a pool in her house. I'm sure she's out here living her best life. I wanted to make her extra fancy, so I also added this beautiful fountain. And now, of course, she has to have beautiful pink flowers all over her house. So I just started placing a whole bunch of pink flowers down. And right here, you'll literally see me pick her up and move her for the photo I plan on taking, and then me struggling so hard to sit down on one of these benches. I thought it was hilarious, so I kept this clip in. But yeah, that is the exterior of her home. Of course, it is pink, just like her. And now we are moving on to the interior. So looking back at the footage of this, I think at this point I gave up on making a really detailed, cool house because I just grabbed literally all of the cute furniture and placed it down how I wanted and called it a day on her house. But I really like how it turned out. It really gives me the vibe of like a generic like Animal Crossing New Leaf / New Horizons house that she would actually live in. Like if she was on my island and I walked into her house, I would imagine that it would look like this. So yeah, I just make it pretty simple. I had a couple frames on the wall, some cute little items, sticking to, of course, the pink theme. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty basic interior build. I am pretty sure I gave up at this point, but I like it no matter what. And she, of course, loves it, so I'm happy with that. And here's what the final room looks like. You guys basically saw what it looked like before, so... And also, I thought this was really interesting because this is the first time I came up with my own idea, and she asked me to name it, so I named it Pink Paradise. So on that note, I am done with building houses today. The sun is officially set, the moon is shining over the island, and I am done working for the day. You could not pay me more to do any more houses today. But yeah, on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found some inspiration. And if you did, maybe give the video a like and even subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. And I will see you next time. Bye!